I don't even remember. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Deja's Diaries, where thoughts are spoken out loud. Come me on a journey where I discover who I am while also reflecting life along the way. Here on Deja's Diary, I discuss a variety of topics, and today's topic is my will versus God's will. Dear Diary, have you ever asked yourself the question, is this what I want to do, or is this what God wants me to do? And sometimes you really don't know. You and God, y'all share the same heart, and your passions and your desires, you believe are His passions and His desires, and they line up with the Word. They line up with what you were told. They line up with a lot of things. But sometimes it always be missing that one thing, and that one thing can make or break, or is the determining factor if it's your will or God's will. Y'all thought I was gonna say the thing. I don't even know the thing. The little thing. I don't know the thing. That's something I'm trying to figure out. And yeah, that's something I'm really trying to understand myself, because okay, so like my vision and my idea that I have for my life, I know it's God, because I wouldn't take this route, if you understand what I'm saying. By that I mean like entrepreneurship, boom, same heart, me and God. I know that's a calling in my life. I know like I have businesses in me. I know I'm going to be a provider of jobs, resources, a lot of things for other people in the world. Like that's a burden on my heart, and I know that's something of God. And granted, I am pursuing those things, and also there's this fire of an old dream that I put down, and I'm trying to decide, is it like me trying to relive or trying to prove myself wrong that I could have made it, or is it truly God's will? Like, did I put it down too soon? Like, was I supposed to wrestle with God like how Jacob wrestled with God and turned his name into Israel? Like, what is it? And my answer is I don't know. Like, I'm still, like, when I say still, I mean like current, as in right now, as in this podcast, walking it out. Like, I do not know. Like, I don't know. I don't know, but I know God, and I know His voice, and I know the overall mission of life and eternity, and that is to bring people closer to Jesus, back to Jesus, or introduce them to Jesus. And the things that I have laid out and the things that I am doing align to that. So I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to keep going forward. I'm going to keep doing the things that I have the ideas of. And if I'm hesitant about it, I have to see if the hesitation is God saying no, or is it fear? Because sometimes fear wins sometimes, and fear wins in many different ways. Fear can win in procrastination. Fear can win as itself fear, like questioning everything. You don't know how it's going to turn out. And fear can also win by you doing absolutely nothing. So I'm in a place in my life where, yes, my ultimate goal is to do God's will, and I pray every day that my will and His will align. So the questioning of is it His or is it mine is less and less every day. But I'm gonna keep walking. Like, this is like a self coming to Jesus moment, I should say, because this dream, this vision, this huge task. I wouldn't even say task because it's not like it's not an obligation. Like, I love it. Like, I love it. I don't know how to get it. Nothing you got, but this purpose that He's placed on my life has been delayed. And I would say that because I know this should have been in motion years ago. I got scared, life happened, and took a detour. And the detour ultimately, and this is how God works, like the detour, like builds me up in a way, like when it comes to leadership. The detour taught me, not that I didn't have it, but it taught me the importance of integrity. It taught me the importance of, like, within integrity, like doing the right thing when nobody's looking, because God is always watching. So my work ethic, my leadership, my honesty when it came to my job and the natural, I got so, like, the skills that I had were like enticed, like it was crazy, y'all. It was crazy. And the job that I had, I was like climbing the ladder very quickly to the point where I was like, I knew that the vision and dream that God had for me, it wasn't tied to that company. So it was to the point where I was like turning down promotions. Like, I was like, no, like I don't want that, I don't want this, I want to here, I want to do this, I want to do that. And granted, now that I think about it, I don't know where would I be if I would have took the promotion, but I also wonder, like, was that like me self-sabotaging as well? I don't know, maybe not, but I'm here now. And even with that job, I still birthed this podcast. So I do believe, like, everything, all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to His purpose. I do believe that with my whole heart, because, and He uses all things for the good of those. Like, he uses, like, it works out, y'all. It works out because my job, I was in operations. Like, my job had nothing to do with entertainment. I grew up with entertainment. Like, I've been around entertainment my entire life. I knew, no, not even I knew, but who's to say, like, me going down the path straight going into entertainment, I would be here right now with you guys, or even on this podcast, or even have the idea of this podcast. Like, you never know. You may have came, but you don't know. I'm gonna just say, like, ultimately, I know I wanted God's will to be done with my will, but I also know that He's putting the desires in my heart for them to be manifested and to be walked out, because He needs me to be able to get them done. No, what? He don't need me, because He can definitely give this gift to somebody else. But I would like Him to use me, because I love the dream too. I love the vision and the purpose that He gave me as well. So I want to be on the team, and I know that His will get done, because His word cannot return to Him void. So whether it's through me or somebody else or my children, my children's children, it's gonna get done. Like, if it's gonna get done, because that's His will. Honestly, I believe that the distinction between my will and God's will is the work. Like, who is it for? Is it for me? Is it for God? Is it for people? And by that I mean, like, who gets the glory out of it? And I think that's the steps I've been taking to, like, navigate if this is my will or His will. Is out of what I produced, who gets the glory? And I believe been that's my rock. Like that's what I've been standing on. Like if I don't know if it's me or if it's him, like okay, I'm sick, assess. All right, so I'm doing this. Who gets the glory? Him. All right, boom, let's go. It's his. Like, because I believe like as I mentioned in my last episode, like some of us get stuck in that indecisiveness. And I know for me that is like a grip tonight. Being indecisive, like no man should be double-minded. It's in the scripture. Like that's like the worst thing to be is double-minded. And I'm like getting my mental strong again. Like I had a little rough patch, not even a little, not a little. I had a patch, a really rough patch in life, and I'm still trying to distinguish like what's the seed and where it came from. But my faith, I used to be unshakable, like scared of nothing, like nothing, y'all, like nothing could defer me, nothing can convince me, nothing can like. If I believe God said it and He told me to do it, or to see it, or believe it, or whatever, to do whatever with it, oh, it's gonna be done. Like it was no ands, buts, like. It was no negotiation. It wasn't talking to nobody else. Like, nah. Like, God said, period. Like, nothing. So, I'm getting back to that mental strength of pleasing God with faith, but also working. So, if you ever get in a situation where you don't know if it's your will or God's will, just ask yourself, who gets the glory? So my questions today for you are, have you ever been in a place where you were questioning if it's your will or God's will? And if so, what is your pinpoint to figure out whose will it is that you are trying to pursue? Make sure you guys leave your thoughts and comments below and like and share this video. Until next time. Gotcha.